wake up grateful every day, covered in favor, doused in grace. Only good vibes rolling through my way. Thankful that the Lord woke me up today. Got a loving family and solid friends. Ones that'll ride for me till the end.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of 369. So much more than travel. Thank you so much for chiming in. I am your hostess, always doing the mostest, Tanya Evans, and I am so excited to be with you on today. If you are streaming from Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, yes, we are streaming. I just checked all the platforms. We are definitely streaming live on the platform. So go ahead, click like and click share. Click like and click share because something good is going to come for you today. Guess what? We're doing something different because I'm still waiting on folks to do what they were supposed to be doing for the Friday night segment, but we doing Thursday day today on Friday, and we're gonna do the Friday segment later on this evening. So, like I said, it's 369, so much more than travel. And I want you to tune in with today. We're gonna pretend like it's Thursday, y'all, because I missed yesterday because hey, I had a lot of stuff going on and time got, life be lifing. And I had some things happen to me yesterday that I forgot. So charge it to my head, not my heart. And that's why we are doing yesterday's segment today. So yes. So on Thursdays, and plus I'm new to this. I'm just learning myself. And I see the folks chiming in, coming on in the room. So hey, go ahead, put your name in the chat and be like, hey girl, because I see you. What's going on? Maurice Covington is in the house. We got Texas in the house. But yeah, thank you so much for chiming in. But yeah. What I plan on doing for Friday, I'm going to do later. It's going to be a drawing later on. So listen, you don't want to miss the segments, and I'm going to include all of my supporters. Thank you so much. I just love y'all. So you be surprised on what is going to take place. But today we're going to talk about turn down for what Thursdays. I'm going to do yesterday's segment because I don't want to skip a beat when telling this journey that I have been on these last 4 years. So we're going to talk about the third vacation that I have taken with this amazing club that I'm a part of. And it was my first world tour. Yes, we had a world tour, and this is vacation. Let me write this down. Vacation number 3, discussed today for Thursday, and later on today, we're going to do free on Fridays. So that's going to be later, but I'm going to tell you about that a little later on in the show. But so today we're going to talk about vacation number 3 that I had out of the 63 vacations that I have taken with this amazing club. And it was a world tour. Like I said, I am a product of my product, and I have used this product through and through. And one of the platforms that we have is World Tours. And the World Tours are curated experiences that the CEO and founder creates for the team to go to. And sometimes we have conferences and stuff like that, get taught how to learn the business, like a training. Okay. But you don't have to go to the training, but hey, if you're building it as a business, you want to get the nuggets from all the top money earners. So my third trip, I was so excited. I was still married at the time, so I took my I was with my husband drove down to the Keys, the Florida Keys, Hawks Cay, and there was a 5 diamond. See, now listen, there's a difference between stars and diamonds. Okay. So we did a road trip. It was like a 9-hour road trip, right? And it was a good road trip, we had fun. I even did a freestyle off of Jill Scott Long Walk, and I was talking about the trip and everything. One of my first commercials for that I did for my little business and everything. Maybe one day I'll play it for you because I got a lot of hits and stuff. But anywho, But we got down there, and like I said, it was our very first world tour. We were into the we went to Hawks Cay. It was 5 days, 4 nights. And for 2 people, it was like $400 and some odd dollars for the 5 nights. And I mean, they had excursions where you can have a dinner cruise under the sunset. And I thought it was gonna be some romantic time. It was already having some issues in my marriage, so I was like, okay, this right here should set the marriage in a different direction. It did. I tell you that. It really, truly did, man. So, but not in the way that y'all think, because hey, I'm divorced now. So hey, it is what it is. Look, I'm always gonna bring y'all transparency. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. Look, it is what it is. But man, we get down there after that 9-hour drive, and I was tired. Then it was some confusion at the front desk because they couldn't believe the price that we got for that 5 diamond outlook. But like I said, I am a product of my product. This is the world tour. So we get there, and then I saw for the first time Todd Strand. Now Todd Strand, I've already met him via the Zoom, but I didn't know him from a can of paint until I got into this company. And then when I met him face to face, because he had saw us while we were checking in, and he was like, hey, no, they're with us. And they was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was, please forgive us. And they gave us these vouchers. So our world tour actually turned into an all-inclusive because they gave us vouchers for food and drink. Now, I really don't drink. I can't say the same for my ex-husband. And when I tell you, look, we're going to go through the journey. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. The trip itself was amazing. I mean, it was a beautiful place. It's a little piece of land, and what connects the Florida Keys to Florida is a 7-mile bridge. I thought I would never get across that bridge. I've never drove across the bridge, but on the map, it is 71 miles away from Cuba. Yes. Look at a map, Google it. I don't care what you say, but it was like 91 or 97 miles from Cuba. But what connects it to Florida is, that's right, Texas in the house. But what connects the Florida Keys to Florida is a 7-mile bridge. So that's why it's called the Florida Keys. And it's a beautiful little place. It looked like Jamaica, like a little island of surrounded by water. You could swim with the dolphins, and you just had a good time. I met some partners that I hadn't met before. One of them being 2-star director Thomas Flowers. His sister, I think she's a 2-star now. I haven't talked to Ronithia or seen her in a minute, but she was there, and her family was there. Dr. Reverend Judy Cunningham was there. I met a lot of partners, but what stood out was meeting the top money earners in the company. I met Todd. That was my first time meeting Todd Strand and David Hart, Daryl and Marie Roberts. And I actually was able to meet Justin, which is David Hart's son, one of David Hart's son. I met him, and it was crazy, y'all, because I'm going to tell y'all, the way I met him was not the way I wanted to meet him, because first impressions is everlasting, okay? And here it is, my first world tour with my husband. We there 1 hour. We wasn't even there a whole hour before he was drunk. Oh my goodness. It was so embarrassing. I was livid. I was on fire. I literally posted, this is the last trip that this will take with me. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart, because ain't no when it was just so embarrassing. But you know what? The Harts are so humble. Justin was just so, he looked at me and could tell that I was like, I really wanted to disappear. I actually was waiting on cameras and everybody, and I thought Ashton Kutcher was finna come out with these cameras talking about some, you being punk. What's up, my Muda is in the house. Girl, what time is it there? It's 3:41 here. What time is it in the UK, girl? Chime in and put it in the chat. But that's my sis, my business partner from And that's another amazing story in itself. But we're going to save that for another day. We talking about the Hawks K World Tour right now. So if you just chiming in, we going over, this is 369, so much more than travel. We are going over these trips, the journey of the trips. What's up? I had to go ahead and turn it over to take it to the Instagram, to the gram, and I see my cousin Janine Osby is in the house. Hey girl. And I see Nays Kitchen join. Thank you so much for chiming in. So yeah. So we were on in the Hawks K and everything, but thank you so much for chiming in. And man, it was 8:40 p.m. 8:40 p.m. What's up, sis? Tammy Conrad is in the house. My look, I was about to say you was from Utah. You from Oregon in the house. I met Tammy. I see. Look, we got partners all over the world. I met. I can't tell y'all. Look, let me stay focused. We talking about the world tour. That's a story within itself too. So hey, just know y'all gonna be on the guests on the show. So just stay ready, because when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So back to it. So back to the story. I was so embarrassed. I was past embarrassed. I mean, to the point where I felt like I wanted to shrink, but Justin was so sweet, because what my husband did was interrupt him. And because actually Justin was there to propose to his now wife, and they were having dinner, and he interrupted their dinner to talk about, I don't know what he wanted to talk about, but what I walked in on, he was loud and obnoxious. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not happening. And it was, and my other self was like, oh yeah, this is really going down. It's going down. This is happening. This just happened. Don't be laughing. I mean, it's funny now, but at the time it was not funny at all. Look, if he would have fell in some water and got ate by a crocodile, I'd have been good. But you know what? God will get you. God will get you. And when y'all stay tuned, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. So yeah. Edis is in the house. I can't wait. We about to be in the Bahamas, baby. We about to be in the Bahamas, baby. And listen, so Justin was looking at me and he was like, it's okay, Tanya. And I was like, no, it is not. No, it really wasn't. I mean, tears were streaming down my face. I was busted and disgusted. I went live and I said, oh, I just want to push him off this balcony. But, I don't want to go to jail. And if I'm in jail, I can't take no more trips, right? So, no. So I had to keep my cool. But let me tell you, God don't like ugly, and he ain't too fond of pretty. And that is why I am single, ready to mingle. But right now, I'm married to my business. But after that first night, bottom line is, he passed out. I'm telling it. Yeah, I tell it like it is. I'm transparent. It's like it is. So in order for him to stop, he ended up passing out, literally, in the parking lot. The first night, we had a 5-diamond resort, y'all. 5-diamond resort. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm trying to help some people. See, because the stuff that happened to me, I have come to a realization that it ain't for me. It's to help somebody be, it's a help to somebody else. So I like to take my lessons and I learn, from my mistakes. But let me tell you, we at this 5-diamond resort, you guys. I'm not kidding you. 5-diamond. And the first night, guess where Mr. X passed out at? In the parking lot. In the parking lot. And I didn't look. The resort was huge. And I didn't want to be associated with him. So that's where he slept. Yep. He did. Look. Hey. I didn't want him to find the room, and I wasn't going to look for him. You don't do that. You just don't do that. Do me like that, embarrass me like that. Boy, yeah, it was good. And he couldn't do nothing the next day. So it all worked out. I enjoyed my trip. I drank cautiously. Cautiously. You ain't supposed to. That fool drank 32 ounces of Ketel One within an hour. Like, make it make sense. You know what? That's going to be a topic. Thank you, Maurice. That's going to be a topic. Make it make sense. Now, why would you do that? So, kicked him to the curb, and it's all good. It's all good. Ain't it right, my move? Slap hands. It's all good. Ain't nobody hurt. I ain't even mad. Because one thing Todd Strand told me one day, he was like, you got to let them be them, and you got to be you. And when somebody show you, this is what I learned from experience. When somebody show you a thing, when they show you who they is, you better believe it. Okay? And you cannot let nobody, you got to be you. Do you, boo? You got to do you. So I'm talking about, but I'm telling you, that vacation, that resort was beautiful. I had the best time after that first night. The rest of the 4 days was awesome. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't have never, matter of fact, I didn't even know that place even existed. But if you are not steady learning, you're not steady growing and moving forward, then you are stuck, and you might as well dig your hole and jump on in it. But listen, I love this amazing company. I have met some of the most amazing people. Even though I am a solo traveler, and this is to all the solo travelers out there, if you get into a company such as this, a membership such as this, you'll be surrounded by people from all over the world, from all walks of the world, and been through some of the same things. See, I'm telling my story. I'm sharing my journey with you. But what I found out being around and hanging around like-minded people, we all going through the same thing. Life is life in everybody. There's no respect of person. And I love you back, girl. I love you back, girl. I mean, look, this is 369. It's so much more than travel. And we talked about vacation number 3, which is one of our platforms, the World Tours, which are curated experiences that the CEO and founder creates for us there's trainings there, there's all types of things, there's camaraderie. We learn how to build this as a business, and this is a people business. And I don't sell anything, I share information, and that's all I'm doing. I'm sharing my experiences with you. Why did I choose Travorium? It's because I wanted to travel more, I wanted to travel better, and I definitely travel for less. And for $400 some odd dollars for a 5-day 4-night diamond resort. I mean, what the retail people were paying like $3,200 for what I paid for, and I got to pay for $400. And because I do this for work, this is what work looks like. I'm trying to give you a clue. This is what work looks like for me. So because I do this as a business, I am able to tap into the 475 tax write-offs for that Uncle Sam gives those that's in the U.S. for having a home-based business. It's just like a McDonald's, but I get to write off my lights because I need that, internet, cell phone, and I got 2 phones, and I use them both for business. If we're not talking about traveling, if we're not talking about saving money or making money or growing our money and living life to the fullest, what are we actually doing? Like there's a song go ahead, Mahmuda said, we are a family who like to travel and have fun together. Oh, Mahmoud, I can't wait to get you on this show when I get to vacation number 63, because that's when I've met Mahmuda. I met Mahmuda in New Orleans, but I met her on social media, on Facebook, and she was on Zoom just like I was, talking about this amazing trip, the trips that we've been on. And I met her for the very first time in New Orleans and spent some time. What a time. Hey, it is so much more than travel. So I am going to be, and it's a good thing. So now let's talk about what I'm going to be talking about later on this evening, because it is really free on Fridays. It's free on Fridays. And after I do the presentation, I also do the presentation live. I'm doing a full presentation tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific. And that is the Zoom ID to get in to the Zoom. But you have to get back to the person who shared this on their wall and say, hey, you're going to need the password. This is a private thing only in for future references. You have to be inside of the Zoom room because we're going to do our blessing wheel on Friday night. So you have to be inside of the Zoom room. Put your name inside of the chat as well as the name of the person that invited you. Now, these are the rules. We're not going to deviate from the rules. Hey, look, this 369 so much more than travel. Hey, and this is our money that we're sowing into you, our gifts, because it's always better to give than receive. You'll have 24 hours, exactly 24 hours to claim your prize or whatever it may be. It may be a cash app, maybe a gift card. It may be whatever the blessing be, but you have to be inside of the Zoom room and you have to have your name inside of the chat before the first slide goes through. Now, I'm going to tell you some food for thought. When I do the presentation, it takes me 17 minutes. It don't take nobody that long to go crazy. This Friday Night Live, so it's going to be just like this. Don't take nobody that long to go crazy. So, because I'm very conscientious of people's time. You know, time is the one resource, the one most important. What's up, Tasty Treats? Hey, sis. I got to make an order because I'm hungry and I want some treats and stuff. But I see my sis chiming in on the Instagram. Thank you so much for chiming in. But listen, it's better to give than receive. So we put these rules in place for a reason, to be fair. And I'm looking for people that can follow directions. That's, my reason. So if you can't follow directions, like earlier today, I put on my post about I'm going to bless somebody if they put a purple heart. Man, I seen red hearts, green hearts. Guess whose name ain't going to be on that blessing wheel when I do it for this 369 so much more. And I'm going to do it live because you need to follow directions. Reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Fun. Because you learning stuff and it's interacting with your brain, but it's the mental. That's the part. See, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. So what I need you to do is get back to the person that invited you to see this right here. We're going to do this blessing wheel on this Friday Night Live at the end of the presentation. Let me slow down. At the end of the presentation, we will be doing a blessing wheel. Your name has to be inside of the chat prior to the first presentation slide goes past. Once that first slide go, then the blessing wheel is over. We have people that monitor the chats and everything. And at the end of the presentation, if you are not present, you're not going to be able to claim your prize. Your prize is for, coming to the presentation and having a look at it is that we do. That's why I don't talk about it here. This is to bring you to the Zoom, personally invite you to look at the information for yourself. Tell us yes, tell us no, tell us quick, because we are on the go. We are definitely going places. Look, if you have not already done so, I have ordered, as per requested, more copies of my book, Going Places. This is book number 2. I co-authored with my pastor and his wife and 11 other co-authors. But this is $25 for an author's copy if you want to sign. And it was going to be $28.99. And that includes the shipping and handling. But you're going to cash app that to me. I'll put that in the chat. Or maybe now you'll personally inbox me. Let's see if you follow some directions. Inbox me, because you need to get this copy right here, because it is more than a book. It is a mandate. And if you have not also done some, my first book, Transparency, I Remember Her. Let me see. You can also get this author's copy here. This is $20. It'd be $24.99. That includes shipping and handling. But you want to get your signed author's copies of Transparency, or you can go to Amazon and get your copy for $17.99. But it won't be a signed one. I'm just saying. So you go ahead, stop being so cheap, and sow into, sow into the kingdom, because that's where it's going. I'll just take the money and sow it into somebody else. But that is the Zoom ID for tonight. Get back to the person that invited you to see this, and then they will get you the password for you to join the Zoom the Zoom Friday Night Live. And then after Friday Night Live, love you too, Suge. After Friday Night Live, we will be coming back to 369 So Much More Than Travel to talk about vacation number 4. I got to check the books to see, because I done took 63 vacations. I don't know which vacation number 4 was, but oh, yes, it was. The trip that I spent when I took my baby to Miami, my son, my oldest son, the only son I have living. I took my son to Miami. Welcome to Miami. But we're going to talk about that tonight, and we're going to do the blessing wheel again, because earlier yesterday I posted that I would bless a young lady if they would put a heart on my page and post the same thing to on their page, and I'm gonna have that taken care of. And those that participated in that, we're gonna do a blessing wheel, because my hand been itching, so that means it's time for me to sow a seed. So thank you so much for chiming in. That is the Zoom ID. Get back to the person that invited you so they can get that password to you. Thank you so much, YouTube. For all my people that's streaming on YouTube, go ahead, click like, click share, and subscribe. I need to get to 50 subscribers. This is all new to me, so I need to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live by myself on YouTube and on Instagram. Thank you so much for chiming in today. Love y'all like fried chicken with gravy on the taters. But get back to the person that invited you. Get on that Zoom, inbox me, say what is that password, because look, it's always better to give than receive, and I have the gift of travel for you. So I will talk to you later. See you tonight, and have a blessed day. Bye for now.